a lot of people treat YouTube like it's their life. So, you know what I mean? Hey, you know, you like it, I love it. But like I always say, this shit is programming, y'all. What I say, y'all, on my streams, for y'all who watch me and for y'all who follow me. Programming. Programming.
Shout it fast.
Television. Programming. Facebook. Programming. Twitter. Programming. Instagram. Programming. Television. Programming. Facebook. Snapchat. Programming. Twitter. Programming. Instagram. Programming.
Oh yeah, what's going on, good people? What's going on? Happy Tuesday to everybody. Hoping everybody's enjoying their day, their afternoon, and their evening. And as always, as I start off, one of my videos of content, you know what I'm saying, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this content. I'm your host with the most, Chris Thorns. Still playing around with gifts and stuff, so trying out different angles of the webcam and whatnot. Again, like I said, I just hate the fact that this damn thing USB cord is so fucking short. So I will be investing in getting a USB extender so I could just move it all around the place. But just testing out everything, and now I'm trying out something new because I have some external speakers hooked up to the group. That they are Bose speaker, been having them for quite some time now, and I can actually hear out these speakers as well as from my headphone sets as well. So I actually really don't need these because I can hear from my external speakers as well. Well, what I'm doing now, I try to do this early. I try to make it like a little offline show, like a podcast or whatnot. But when I went to do the replay, it just didn't come out right for what I was trying to do. So I'm trying it again now. It's not going to be as long as it was the first time around. So we're going to see what's going to happen this time, and I'm just going to put out what I got my mind set on and whatnot. I love this camera. I see the difference in my laptop camera and this one right here. It's got a real nice high depth to it, so especially we got good lighting, so that's pretty damn dope. Man, I'm in love with this camera. I'm investing in another one, probably a higher model, so I can get all different kind of angles and stuff, you know what I'm saying, make all this shit works. But anyway, though, let me get right into what I want to talk about. Story coming out of my hometown, Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee, there's a restaurant called IHOP. We pretty much all know what IHOP is. But there's one in particular, IHOP down here in Memphis, that shit is always going down at that particular IHOP. And I don't know why is that, but for some reason, this particular IHOP down here in Memphis, something always going on. Folks acting ignorant, fighting. You know what I'm saying? In this case, somebody got shot. And I remember seeing somebody live streaming this on Facebook, which I don't know why the hell they be live streaming this. That's why I say social media for a lot of people, they don't deserve it. They really don't deserve it, because it's just a waste of time for a bunch of idiots, But anyway, somebody was recording this, and I think they took the stream down, and even the police even said to this person, you ain't shit for recording this, man. You ain't shit, and I kind of agree. Because y'all know it's getting to the point now that we do anything just to get some attention, to get some likes or whatever the case may be. And I guess there ain't nothing wrong with that if you're trying to build yourself up. I mean, any content that you put out, you're trying to get some kind of reactions to it or whatnot, But I remember when this person was streaming this on Facebook that, it was a lot of people that were giving him some negative feedback and telling him the same thing. Man, what the fuck you set up here streaming this for? You know, and blah 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 and blah blah blah. You know, so the shit is crazy. And so I just found out now that this person who got shot, he actually has died. Man, you know, crazy as hell, crazy as hell. And you wonder why they rate Memphis, Tennessee as one of the worst cities to live in. You know, this right here shows it. This right here shows it. So anyway, without further ado, let me show y'all this video. And then I'm gonna come right back and talk about another story, and then I'll be out.
He was always quick to come to someone's rescue. That was Devin.
A heartbreaking story tonight. A mother talks to Fox 13 about her son who was killed while helping a woman who was being abused. He was just being a good Samaritan. Thank you for joining us. I'm Chloe Maroney.
And I'm Marius Payton. Devin Wilson was shot at an IHOP restaurant in Whitehaven just before midnight. Fox 13's Zach Crenshaw talked to his mother about the tragedy. And Zach, you told us earlier that this is one of the toughest interviews you've ever done.
It was absolutely gut-wrenching, Marius. You know, Devin Wilson died because of what happened in this IHOP. He died defending a woman. She was being choked and beaten badly by her ex-boyfriend. Devin, he stopped that, but in the process, that ex-boyfriend shot him multiple times. His dad told me he died being a man. His mom told me he died the way he lived, helping others.
He had a big heart. And it's his big heart that unfortunately has led him to his deathbed. When I look at, you know, trying to, I wasn't surprised when they say, you know, he was trying to help somebody.
Mother's Day will never be the same for Katina Rounds. Instead of celebrating with her outgoing middle son Devin, she's grieving his death and trying to be strong for his 4 children.
You know, having to come here and explain to his 6-year-old child, she see everybody here, she sees people crying, and she keeps saying, T-Nanny, what's wrong with everybody? And we're waiting on her mom to get here so we can tell her that she's never going to see her daddy again alive. That the last conversation she had with him is the last conversation she would ever have. How would anyone feel? But unfortunately, so many people are dealing with that every day.
Right now, police say the suspect is still on the loose.
He just didn't have to kill my baby. He didn't have to kill. You know, every day we hear on the news about gunfire, someone getting shot, someone shooting, you know. It's such a norm. Nowadays, people put such low value on life, you know, itself. They're taking lives as if they're stepping on a bug.
Most people will never meet Devin Wilson, but know this about him. He tried to make Memphis better.
So, that's Devin, just guy with the big old heart. That's him, my baby. My baby.
Now, Devin wasn't the only one shot here at the IHOP. A security guard was as well, but he is going to survive his injuries. He was taken to the hospital in non-critical condition. Police are actively investigating this case. If and when they arrest the man who was seen fleeing this area, he was actually running away on foot. When they make an arrest, we will let you know. Another thing, Devin had 4 children, the oldest 6 years old, but he also had another on the way. Reporting live tonight in Whitehaven, Zach Crenshaw, Fox 13 News.
Um, First of all, let me say this right here. You know, I do not own this content. This is not my content. Of course, y'all see it's the news content. I don't own no rights to this whatsoever, but I believe it is fair use. Um, One thing you would notice about me when I do stories like this or just do videos like this, you know, I don't put anything in my description box that I can make profit off of, you know, because I don't want to make profit off nobody else misery, you know. So um, I really do stuff like this just to put it out there, you know, the way of the world, how the word is being destroyed about all sides, all kinds of ways. So you know, yeah, I just I just don't feel right just putting on stories like this, just put my information down there, you know, trying to get some kind of source of income from, you know, but that's just me, you know. Hell, my channel ain't even monetized, you know, so I mean, I really don't care about having my channel monetized because I don't really rely on YouTube money. Hell, I mean, the way I work, you know, I'm good. I'm Gucci. I just do this for a hobby, and I do this because I love it. I do this because I like it, and I do this because of you all. A lot of people watch my content who like what I do, you know, so I mainly do it for y'all, you know. So, yeah, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Anyway, first of all, let me say this. My condolences goes out to that mother, because I think this did happen on Mother's Day, and that's a sad way to go out, to lose your child on their actual day on Mother's Day. You know, how fucked up is that? Real talk. How fucked up is that? I mean, I can only just imagine how this woman feel to have her son killed on this day. But see, here's the thing, people. Here's the thing. I did a show about something similar to this. I bullshit you not. And the show that I did a while back, it was called What Would You Do? And the reason we came up with this show is because there was a story that I saw somebody did on Facebook where a man seen a young woman in distress, and I guess another man was trying to hit on her, or he was touching her inappropriately, or whatever the case may be. And this man jumped up and tried to help the girl out, and he actually whooped the dude's ass. You know, for whatever he did to this woman, he whooped the dude's ass or whatnot. So what ended up happening? He ended up getting put in handcuffs for trying to help that girl, and I think the other guy who was the one that was being the aggressor, I think he got in trouble too. But the guy who was helping the girl, he didn't get it. He was in handcuffs, but they didn't take him down. They actually let him go. So I guess they were looking at him as a good Samaritan. And the guy was like, you know, hey, you couldn't just sit back and just watch that stuff going on with that girl or whatnot. You know, so he just felt like he had to do something. You know, hey, if that's the way he felt, then, you know, hey, who am I to tell him different? You know, but the reason, one of them, and another reason we came with the show, because I want to know what other people thoughts about getting into other people's affairs. And situation like this is what happens when we try to help people out, you know. And for some reason, it seems like it's always a woman that's involved. You know, I'm not saying that it's the woman's fault. I'm not saying it's her fault at all. But it's just crazy that, for instance like this, it always seems like that there's a woman involved. And this man lost his life trying to help a woman, you know, who was getting her ass whooped, you know. I don't condone no man hitting no woman. I really do, unless it's in self-defense. Now, if it's self-defense I am a firm believer that a man should be able to defend himself against a woman. I am a firm believer in that. Now, if she wailing on you and whoop your ass, I promise you, I'm with you that you should be able to defend yourself. So with that, but you sit up here whooping this woman ass out of jealousy, then man, get your ass on square. I don't know what's so hard about people. If the shit didn't work out, leave. Leave. What's so hard about that? If the shit did not work out, leave. You know, I just be surprised how these niggas be sitting up here making time to stalk females and try to keep up with them, man. All this type of shit, when you ain't even with the female no more. So what's the purpose of you doing that? And vice versa with a woman. I don't understand why y'all do shit like that, man. The shit is over. Let it be over. That's all it is to it. If it's over, go. Let it be. Let it go. Another love TKO. Let it go. Cause trust me, there are millions of men out here and there's millions of women out here. Come on now. We need to cut this shit out. Real talk, we need to cut this shit out, man. Because us whooping each other ass ain't gonna do nothing but make the situation worse. You know. But anyway, this man right here was trying to help this man out. And this dude right here was a pussy and shot him, just because he was trying to help out or whatnot. Now, when I actually saw the live stream of this to the person who was live streaming this on Facebook, you could hear the man hollering. I mean, he was hollering saying, hey, I can't see. I mean, he was rolling on the ground and everything. Y'all seen that part where it blurred out? That's when he was laying on the ground, holding his head and stuff, saying he can't see. And I'm just like, man, I ain't never really heard nobody scream like that before, not a female or a man. So, man, I can imagine what he was going through. They say he got shot 4 times in the head. So I can imagine what he was feeling. Me personally, I don't know if I could just jump into anybody's affairs like that because situations like that. I mean, on one hand, you would see the situation and be like, damn, I want to help. Or you walk off from this situation, then when you look up at the news, you see that same person that was out there getting their ass whooped. They on the news, they in the hospital, or they dead. And some people wear that on their conscience like, damn, man, I just seen that person. They was in that situation, man. I could have helped that person out, but I didn't. Now they gone. So I kind of understand in that sense that, you don't want nobody to die or get hurt. And if they do die, and you feel like you could have saved them, then I'm sure they'll weigh on a lot of people's conscience that you could have saved a person. But then at the same time now, you got to think about your life too. You really do. Because I promise you, down here in Memphis, we got a lot of stupid motherfuckers. Especially when it comes to dudes and these females. We got some stupid ass niggas. And this is a fact. And it's a motherfucking ridiculous. That's exactly what it is, a motherfucking ridiculous. And these dudes be going crazy over these fucking women. Again, I can't stress that enough. If the shit ain't working, if y'all don't want each other, man, leave. Go find somebody else. Hell, go find you a hooker or something. Hey, damn, you trying to get your dollars out that bag, go find you a hooker or something, man. Y'all. Man. Anyway, they say he was being a good Samaritan. I can give him that. I think he was being a good Samaritan. I think he was being a little bit too brave because he didn't know what he was stepping up against. Just like his mama said, him being a good Samaritan cost him his life. And that's sad. And that's really sad because now in this world now, you can do a good deed and still get fucked up. No matter if you do a good deed or a bad deed, you still can get fucked up. And that's fucking sad. And that's real fucking sad. And what saddened me the most is that little baby he had in the picture with him. Look like she was a beautiful. Look like she was a beautiful baby. And Father's Day is coming up, and that baby's not gonna be able to see her dad on Father's Day because some punk ass dude got upset because somebody else was trying to help the girl out from getting hurt, dismantled, or whatever, however you want to put it, you know. And now he running, you know. I'm gonna try to keep up with this story, you know, and hopefully they catch this motherfucker. Real talk. I hope they do. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I hope they do catch this person. I mean, and I bullshit y'all not, people. I mean, that IHOP has always had problems. If some of y'all remember, especially my Memphians, if some of y'all remember, that's that same IHOP where all them women had their brawl at. It was some employees versus some other people. You had females actually came up to the job to fight other females. And then one of them had a baby in their hand. They fighting so hard, throwing shit and everything. This baby's in the middle of all that shit. That's the same IHOP. Hell, I remember when I went to that IHOP a long time ago, I'm on a date. We had some fucking hooligans and savages. These Negroes coming in here talking all loud and shit. I mean, they talking all loud and shit like nobody else is in the fucking restaurant. That's how loud them motherfucker was talking. And the waitress, wasn't saying nothing to him. I don't know if she knew these folks or not. She was a white waitress. I don't know if she knew them or not, but it's like she was allowing them to do this. And then when they was getting ready to leave, they made it work. They got even louder. And gonna find out, there's a female that was sitting in front of me and a chick I was with, and gonna find out they knew them chicks because all of them were from the hood. So we leaving the restaurant and we looking down the parking lot, and these knuckleheads was in the car spinning, doing donuts while one of them was hanging out on the door, you know. And I just like, you know, this is so fucking sad. This is fucking sad. It really is, you know. So nobody can go out to have a good time no more. Man, you can't go to clubs. You can't go to family and gatherings. You can't go to the park. You can't go do anything without some bullshit behind it. Now, hopefully after this incident, that they probably will do something about the IHOP because it's becoming a nuisance now. It is. I don't know what it is about this IHOP. Maybe it's something evil over there. Maybe it's something in the food, or maybe it's something in the air over that way. Who knows? But every time when the IHOP come up, it's mainly that one. It's mainly that one. I don't get it. I really don't get it. So to brother man, hey, rest in peace to you, man. And man, this is fucked up. And to his mom, so she does see this video that I'm doing, you know, hey, my condolences to you, ma'am. I am so sorry for your loss, you know what I'm saying? Because well, ma'am, that's all I can say. You know, my condolences, and I feel just even heartbroken for the little baby, though. That's who my heart really going out for, you know. So, yeah. So, hopefully, I'm gonna just leave it like that, you know. I mean, cause there's no words I can really say to make the situation better, you know. Cause I don't know how it feels to lose a son or a daughter because I don't have any kids. So I don't know how it feels. I can just imagine how you feel, you know. So I'll just leave it like that, you know, ma'am. My condolences to you and your family, and especially that little girl. Understand that. Understand. So that's the first story that I want to talk about. I'm going to take a quick minute or two break, and I'm going to come back with another story. I just need to pull it up real quick, so y'all bear with me, and I'll be right back.
Facebook, program, Twitter, program, Instagram, program, television, program, Facebook, Snapchat, program, Twitter, program, Instagram, program.
We are following several breaking stories on this Friday. First,
All right. So hold on. Let me fix this real quick. Move this over here. Gotta love that beat, man. That beat is hard as hell, man. I love that fucking beat. I really do. But let me get right on straight to this next story that I'm about to do. This story I seen trending on Facebook, and I think it's trending on the internet all over. I want to say that this happened back in January, if I'm not mistaken, and it's an 8-year-old that committed suicide. And you had protesters that were saying that they believe he was bullied to death. But we're going to watch this video, and I want y'all to see something, because it's kind of crazy to me what I saw in this video, which lead me to believe that, yeah, I do believe he killed himself because he felt like he was being bullied. But in this video, look, let me just share my screen, and we're going to take a look at it together. So let me fix it up real quick. Oops. Let me, okay, I think I got it. Let me change my screen over. Let's go.
9 on your side at 5, demanding justice.
A group of parents from Carson School are supporting the family of an 8-year-old boy who committed suicide at home in January as they ask for answers about their son's death. At the center of all of this, a piece of surveillance video from inside the school, which the district released today.
It shows what happened there to Gabriel Tay just days before he took his own life. The WCPO management team reviewed this video very closely, and we feel it adds to the public knowledge about what happened in this case. We believe parents and community members have the right to this important information to better understand safety inside our schools.
Investigative reporter Hillary Lake is digging into this story for us. And Hillary, what else are parents telling you today?
Well, some of the parents I spoke with today are out here tonight protesting in front of Carson Elementary School. They tell me they feel like the school just isn't taking bullying seriously. They're not upset about the school releasing the surveillance video, but they are upset about what they see on it. Now, the video appears to show 8-year-old Gabriel Tay reach his hand out to another student near the entrance to a restroom. Then you see Gabriel go down. You can't see if anyone hit Gabriel or what he hit his head on, but he lays there for 7 minutes while other students walk by until school staff, including a nurse, come help him. He is able to walk off. Catherine Hunter is one of about a dozen parents who protested at the school this morning. She tells me she's Gabriel Tay's aunt and also identified herself as a school volunteer. She says she has a 9-year-old daughter who also attends Carson. Hunter believes her nephew took his own life because he was bullied. She offered this perspective about bullying on campus. Do you see it happening?
Yes, I do. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't. Yes, I do.
Do you report it?
Yes, I do. I also engage.
Now, Gabriel Tay committed suicide at home 2 days after the incident caught on that school surveillance camera. The school district says the video does not show any students being aggressive toward Gabriel and that the school nurse checked Gabriel's vital signs, which were normal. The school district also says the nurse told Gabriel's mother to take him to the hospital to get checked out. Gabriel's family disputes that through their attorney. Now, police did investigate, but then turned the case back over to the school district and never filed any charges. The Hamilton County Coroner's Office said yesterday that she is reopening the investigation into Gabriel's death because of this surveillance video. And I'm told by by a spokesperson at the coroner's office today that there's no timeline for when that investigation will wrap up.
All right. Again, I want to make it clear that this is not my content. This is fair use. I'm not making anything off this. I'm not trying to make anything off this. I'm just doing this because this stuff like this needs to be talked about. Fair use. Fair use. Another tragic incident. This is sad. A lot of y'all know how I feel about dealing with kids or things that are happening with kids. I feel like that the younger generation are being failed miserably. They are failing miserably, and I feel like that a lot of us as adults that we need to take the blame for that because it used to be one point in time where everybody tried to help everybody. That saying it goes that it takes a village to raise a child. And it used to be like that, but it's not like that anymore. We all about ourselves and our children, which in a lot of sense, I can't just really knock nobody for that because a lot of these kids are disrespectful and they get away with being disrespectful because they got parents at home that's teaching them how to be disrespectful. And then you got a lot of them that lie so fucking much. They'll start some shit and they'll go back and tell their folks that you started something with them. And then it started a whole nuclear holocaust, because of kids went up there lying. And you try to explain to a lot of these parents that, hey, that's not what happened. Your child started this and that with me, but they so hyped up that they don't want to hear that shit. And when kids see that you had to fucking fool because they came back and told you a goddamn lie, they feed out that shit and they think they can do that every time. As long as they do that and you keep doing that, they're going to do it every damn time. Trust me. I was a kid once. I did sneaky shit, but I'm pretty much sure we all as kids, we did sneaky shit. And sometimes for the longest time you may get away with it, but I'm a fair believer. What happened in the dark comes to the light. Always. I'm a very fair believer in that, and I'm a fair believer in what goes around comes around. And I'm a fair believer in for every action, there's an opposite reaction. And there's no way to get around that last one because no matter what, for every action, there's an opposite reaction. But getting into this story right here, now you can see in the video, that's why I was so confused because it looked like him and the boy just shaking hands, then next thing you know, boom, he fell to the floor. But one thing I did call interesting in that video is when the boy came in, he jumped in the crowd or something. So I don't know if when he did that, did he hit him in the head, did he hit him in a bad spot in his head and it took a minute for it to kick in and he blacked out? Or as I watching him shaking his hand, did he pull him and he hit his head on a garbage can or something? I don't know. Just that video just got a lot of holes in it because nobody know what really happened. And, for him to be laying there for 7 minutes and the kids didn't say nothing, kids just walking over him, man, that's crazy as hell, man. That's crazy as hell. You just stuff like that probably scared the hell out of a child, but it didn't. These children walked past him like this was something normal. That's what's getting me. They walked past him like this was something fucking normal. Wow, where the fuck they do that at? So they say his vital signs was fine, and he got up and he walked. So if his vital signs was fine, he got up and walk, and they told the mother to take him to the hospital, which I don't recall they say if the mother did that or not. No, I think they said the coroner, yeah, they checked him out, but they passed it back over to the school. Which I find that kind of odd, but they passed it back over to the school. Then next thing you know, this baby hung himself. And that's another thing that's surprising to me too. Where do an 8-year-old know how to kill himself? that's crazy to me. You know, 8-year-old has a mindset to take his own life. Or maybe it's something that I'm not paying attention to because I don't have any kids, you know. But I think they said that 8-year-olds know how to come up with tools to take their own life or whatnot. That's what saddened me about this too, because of course somebody young, he got a big future ahead. He really got a big future ahead, and handsome boy at that. And well, he's not going to get a chance to see nothing else now because he's gone. Like I said, I think this story happened back in January, but I think it's a good thing that y'all reopening this case because if somebody was fucking with him, then, you know, I hope they get down to the nitty-gritty and don't let up until they find out what really went on. But I got to give a shout-out to his auntie who was out there for the support, you know, and I got to give a shout-out to the other people who was out there for support too, you know. Now, that's what I like to see, people come together from both races, you know what I'm saying, over some shit that happened like this. Now, that's damn cool right there, you know, because you seen white people out there, too, you know, that's protesting for this young boy or whatnot. And like I said, you know, they not upset about them releasing the video. They just upset that it's like y'all ignoring the fact of what's going on. And it's showing that they did because still, I can't just really get over it that all them kids walk past this boy like it was normal. Like it's normal for kids to be knocked out like that, laid on the floor. Now that's the image I can't get out of my fucking head. Man, I just can't. That shit is real crazy to me. So but now that I'm talking, I started to wonder about this too. Could he have, if there's a such thing in a child, could he have I don't know what you call them when people get blackouts or whatnot and pass out. I forget what you call them. Do you have a case of that? Or do you have a case of schizophrenia or bipolar disorder? Or what, you know, to make him want to take his own life? You know, stuff like that, you know, we got to think about, you know, can kids develop them kind of mental disabilities? Well, I know they can, but can they develop their mental thoughts of they want to kill themselves? That's what I meant to say. Can they have the mental thoughts of killing themselves at such a young age? Maybe y'all can help me out with that, or maybe some of you out there who had dealt with a kid that actually went through something like this, or maybe some of y'all out there who had a kid that did took his own life. You know, holler me on that. You know, I would love to hear your story on that. You know, so this is really sad too. They say the mother has spoken out, but I gotta find out where she spoke out at because I would like to hear what she had to say about the whole thing myself. But young man, rest in peace. You like Michael Jackson, you gone too soon. You gone too soon. But in a nutshell, to put all this together as I wrap this up, we gotta be like Michael Jackson again. He had a song called "Come Together." And that's what we need to do. We need to start coming together, you know, because shit is getting real. But the shit been getting real. But, I mean, every day somebody's dying, you know what I'm saying? Every day somebody's giving birth, and as soon as they giving birth, sooner somebody else die. And, you know, that shit is crazy. It's fucked up. It's real fucked up. So, you know, we need to come together and try to fix what's broken, if there's a such thing. I think it is, but a lot of people think that it's not. But everybody got their different opinions about that. But me personally, I think we need to get together, you know, just fix shit that's broken. And if it's a possibility that can happen, I would love to see that happen before my time is up. To see people finally coming together and trying to fix what's been broken. You understand? So, to the brother who lost his life down here in Memphis, Tennessee, rest in peace, brother, and my condolences to your mom. And to the young man I just did this story about, rest in peace, young man, and my condolences to your mom, and my condolences to your auntie. And Oh, let me bring this up before I wrap this up. Y'all noticed that the lady who I did the first story on, she said Mother's Day won't. They said Mother's Day won't be the same. That's something else I forgot too. A lot of you probably had lost your loved ones and wasn't able to spend Mother's Day with your loved ones, or at least have your loved ones around when Mother's Day come. And if you are one of them, then hey, my condolences to y'all, man, because I know that's got to be crazy. That's got to be a fucked up feeling that your baby is gone and that's the one person who you really want to see on that day is your babies, you know. And to have that part missing out your life, I can only just imagine what y'all going through. So to all of you, again, if you one of the ones that lost your baby and you was able to see none of your babies on that day, you know, due to death or whatever reason they no longer on this earth anymore, my heart goes out to y'all. Real talk, my heart goes out to y'all. But hopefully y'all being strong, y'all trying to stay strong and keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all I can just really say about that, you know. Other than that though, I'm gonna wrap this up, get on out of here, and as always, y'all, take care of yourself and each other, and please, let's find a way to fix what's broken. Amen. Amen. I'm Chris Thorns, and I'm out.
Program. 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 All this shit is programming you.